Okay, this personal communication device is Suspension by YouTube, even though it still works. If I want to save this video on the storage here, I can even add a caption and some details, and that's the number. So I cannot, okay, I can read it. VID_20251119_183146 .mp4 2.1 MP. What is that? That's a dot as well. Do you say that's a dot and that's a dot? Okay, that's a dot in the middle. Yeah, how do you say that? Okay, that's like a period, but it's not the end. It keeps going MP4, so it's dot that way. And that's a dot. Then so maybe a space. Yeah, 1080 space X space 1920. That is the What if you touch it? Does it go there? No. Okay. So on the device, 4.3 GB. I don't know what that is. Storage emulated. Oh, DCIM camera. Backed up. So it's backed up, but it tells you how much it can back up. So it's not really backed up, you know. You can delete it having been backed up. Okay, so this is the video. It works, but it won't post. So let me just pause it here. Okay, I can also look up the, oh wow, what was that? Okay. I touched something I didn't want to touch. Okay, up here. Yeah. Okay, that's how I touched it before, but I started it that way. Okay, let me go to, okay, this is the number. I would like to pronounce the name. Starts with capital N O A H space capital R I C K U N. To be Noah Ricken. And I just wanted to say that like it's a definition in the dictionary that it would say out loud for you. Yeah. I don't want that I ever heard it out loud to myself. I think I did not survive that he is, himself. Who introduced himself? Homestead High School, United States history teacher, instructor, Ms. She's not a Mrs. She's a Ms. I know what she looks like in my mind, but I can't say that I know her name anymore. Why do I know Noah Ricken's name anymore? I don't know his name if I don't know her first. That's how I got to the classroom. Yeah. She was the teacher in there for everyone in the classroom. They had to be at that location in the high school at that hour. Yeah. I need the school bell to settle that Noah Ricken was named by Homestead High School to myself. Yeah. He didn't really come up to me and say, "Hi, my name is Noah Ricken." No. Okay, the video I just posted, the video above is capital V, capital I, capital D, underscore, 20251119, underscore again, 183146, period, MP4, dot MP4. So am I supposed to list anything else? There is other information with that one, like some other details about information about the video, but that's what I've been giving as citation of which video it is. And then how do I tell? Because when it goes off the personal communication device, then you don't know where it came from by that number. You have to see the video itself. And I cannot post this on YouTube because of the suspension. And I don't hold it in the storage for long enough for the suspension to be lifted. The suspension is last 7 days, and I'm rhythmically moving right along with the videos and everything I'm doing for my self-deceased. It won't wait 7 days for YouTube suspension to lift. And I don't know what would cause it to be a suspension extension. Yeah, we don't know. Is it forever? Because it's not really an order that is working right now. So it's not like it's not like if I make a report somewhere that they would lift the suspension. If I called a plumber, the plumber would be here right away to inspect the plumbing, problem. But the YouTube suspension is in place with no call, no show. Yeah. Nobody knows that I'm suspended off of YouTube. Oh, well. It's suspended off of YouTube to the creation of myself, and we have to move right along. Because you are doing that while I am on rent charges. There is rent being charged, even though I'm not paying the rent here. And I am trying to use the internet to decease myself out of the threats to my safety because of the rent charges. I know it's just counting money so that you can talk about somebody's physical safety is not safe. You just count money and you just say they owe money and they didn't pay the money, so they're not safe is their own fault. Yeah, so how do we talk over all the counting of the money, and I say, I don't owe you any money and I'm not safe, it's not my fault. It is definitely your fault that you think that I owe you money, and that I'm not safe is my fault to yourself. So that's G-E-R-I, Jerry the landlord. And everyone with the last name Moser who knows I've been paying rent. For no reason, because isn't that why you have the last name Moser? Because you don't pay rent. So who has the last name Moser? Donna has the last name Moser. Hans has the last name Moser. He uses it anyway. Steve has the last name Moser. Mitch has the last name Moser. And Cheryl has the last name Moser. So don't you have the last name Moser because you don't pay rent? Otherwise, I'm sure you left that you ever met me and you went and paid rent somewhere and you didn't have to worry about the last name Moser. You would have, I don't know, maybe you just pay rent on your first name. Like, I don't have a name at all and I have to pay rent on what? There are still houses in Alive, you know. Why can't I be in a house that's in Alive? Well, this is for area code number 414. For any of the people with the last name Moser, I'm just going to use this contact information that's above. Superior founder deceased in the threatening. Akshav. So, who is Noah Ricken? So nobody knows if Noah Ricken is himself, is somebody who knows myself, is somebody who would say, yeah, I don't owe her any money. No. And you wouldn't know if he was telling the truth or not telling the truth. You don't have any interest in somebody being wrong to God. So what are you doing here in this world? Because you're running up some kind of interest by myself. I have interest in myself. I think it's not ready for me to say that here, but I don't know. Anticipate, expect that there will be an afterlife, and somewhere I will have to say with myself that I am interested, and that very many people went away with things that were mine to myself, houses and everything in it, time of the houses by the keys, including car keys and everything in the cars. Like every time I fill it up with gas, everywhere I drive, every time I need something, every time I want something, every time I want to go someplace by myself, or if I want to go with someone else. And what is this force problem? Because Charles Toe is a complete Air Force in this apartment disaster. And why isn't that the problem with the house? Or why is God even having God alive with that much force on the housing? So I would like to see you in the afterlife about why you make that kind of force on myself. I would like to know that it's really you, identified to yourself. Well, I need to see that there's some part of God that's identifiable. And if it's more than one person, I would need to see that too. Because maybe you conspired or you consumed that there were more than one of you in doing something wrong to myself, to you. And I need to see who you are and need to see that you acknowledge that you were someplace with yourself. And then how? And then I suppose is that God is going to have to explain to you that you're only there in a live of that I am missing something that is mine to myself, and you have something that's yours to yourself someplace else, and you're not aware that it's mine to myself. So who's going to decide whose it is? Would you ever believe me if you were not in it anymore? Yeah, do you have your arms and legs removed? Are you just a talking head and you'll finally believe me that you stole something that was mine to myself? And you'll say, okay, but I don't want to buy your arms and legs off of you. No, I wanted it elsewhere. So you go out of myself, great, but what's in it for me after all you put me through? I don't work for you either. And why would, look at how far in the wrong that is, a blasphemy. You don't believe in me. If you were a talking head and you had your arms and legs amputated, if you could see me after that, and I said, what happened to my house keys? And you would say, that's so selfish. All I have left is my head. Thank you. So when are we going to have a meeting of the minds? When are you really going to understand that something was mine to myself was really mine? Well, how are you going to if let's say that's true, you only have a head left and that's you in there. Now, how are you going to get your arms and legs again? Are you going to get reborn again? You're going to get a free set of arms and legs? From where? Because it can't be from me if you owe me a house. So you're going out of alive. Oh, all right. You're finally going somewhere. Yeah. You have illegal genitals and you don't afford the karma that I am. Yeah. Well, I want to be angry, but I don't know I don't really know what that is right now. Oh, you have to burp? I have to go. Father, Get out! This is what we're gonna do. Okay, show the people. Do you have to burp? What do we have to do? I have an overlord and it's burping. It burped. Oh, you're embarrassing me, interrupting me that you are here. And you're so important that you interrupted that the camera is on. You couldn't wait until I turn it off. The people already know how much time is left before I turn it off. Well, say you're sorry to the people. But I'm here is what you need to know. Yeah. You're here. No, that's fine. That's how, but not why. Yeah. Thank you. I am fine. It's her idea to be on the internet. I don't want to be famous after what you did to my life. I am fine.